Now let's talk about some specific things you can implement that will help you optimize your process of learning during this course and the rest of the time that you're learning programming. The first thing is to become very comfortable using the tools. So that means being able to manage your environment well, the windows, all of the functionalities within the browser and within the editor. And so that means learning all of the keyboard shortcuts and being able to navigate around between applications. The more fluency you have with all of these things, the easier it's going to become to focus on a particular part of the code and being able to concentrate on that one part of your mental model. The more distractions you have, the easier it is to kind of forget a piece of the thing that you need to hold in your head or be distracted by something else. The second thing is to be able to go out and find information on your own. During this course, we're not going to ask you to research too many things by yourself, but it is a very important skill in learning to program and programming in general that you're able to fill in gaps of knowledge by searching the internet. This is a very subtle skill because not only do you need to find the right piece of information, the source needs to be speaking at the exact technical level that you need to know. So it could be that you find the correct page of information, but it describes it in so much technical detail that it becomes useless. Or you could find the correct information, but the level of technical detail is so sparse that it doesn't help you in specifically what you're trying to do. Through experience, you'll understand what kinds of keywords to Google for, how specific or generic your search needs to be. For a given set of results for JavaScript or any other kind of language or technology, which sites to look for, how to scan a page to know if it's relevant to what you're trying to do, to understand what kind of site it is. So these are all the kinds of details that go into understanding what kind of information to look for, how to parse it, and how to understand the results that you get. During this course specifically, we recommend that when coding, that if you're stuck on a particular problem for more than 20 minutes, that you simply ask an instructor, or you can post on the Slack channel to get help from your peers as well. And hopefully, even if it's 3 a.m, then you're going to go through the exercise of being able to state your hypothesis or formulate your question. And this can be one of the helpful first steps in solving your error. This course is meant to give you problems or scope of the work small enough that you shouldn't sit staring at your computer for 2 hours. And that if you're stuck on something, that the solution to your problem is meant to be solved in a relatively short amount of time. A corollary to not being stuck on a specific part of the code for too long is that you shouldn't sit at your computer for long extended periods of time. You should get up and walk around or take a break relatively often. This process of absorbing all of the concepts around computational thinking about modeling the computer's behavior is not something that involves grinding it out in front of the screen for 8 hours. The longer you spend in front of the screen does not necessarily equate to a better understanding of the core concepts. During this course and in learning the rest of programming, the process of understanding computational thinking and modeling the computer's behavior is not about the maximum number of hours spent in front of the screen. It's about optimizing the process of absorbing these concepts. So all of the work that we're doing in this course is about deliberate practice, about giving you the opportunity to have a meta-awareness about the ways that you're absorbing the things that are in the work and in the content And the more awareness that you can bring to that, the more easily and the better you're going to absorb the subject.